Hello everyone, this is Brad Johnson here, and in this next Conscious Matrix communication video we're going to be talking about Deprogram, the programming. And so when we're looking at the epithesis, the entire essence of what programming is in regards to this planet, where did it all start? Let's take a look at this little planet Earth here, in its magnificence, regards to all that is, its empowerment, its grids, its energy, its divinity, all together in this process. From the times of its beginning, that we're looking at other particular galactic group understandings. Galactic group understandings doesn't have to relate to just galaxies, but other solar systems, other star systems coming together, then spanning into the ultimatum of the wholeness of the galaxy. And that everything that represents the idea of programming is all comprised from the idea of polarities, of being able to play. And that our soul, in regards to its chrysalis structure, to how we understand all the facets that represent ourselves, all branched out through these particular galactic logos, sub-logoi, representing star systems, representing planetary bodies, representing planetary constructs, again, moving into vast arrays of expansion, as we all start to play together with polarities of what it would be like to be a blessed community, of what it would be like to go against the flow relating to the opposite of unification, where we started to break apart, we started to see separation relating to chrysalis, that the chrysalis was no longer becoming a whole. It was only branching and spawning other aspects of itself that started to play in the polarized games, where we'd have overtones of positivity, where we'd have overtones of negativity, everything that functioned in regards to how we operated together in positive strive, how people came together, how more races worked together as one, and how other particular races disbanded from each other, because of the way of appearances, because of the ways of behavior, because of the ways of conduct and conditioning in regards to how one would live in comparison to another. That jettisoned all these particular understandings down the road through the integration that represents the Earth experiment, where the Earth started out very beautiful, that it all began with colonies from all over the galaxy, from all over many galaxies, that took shelter upon the planet, that created their own colonies, where certain forms of beings were working together in harmony, where some other beings wanted to have their own space and did not want to ally with other people. And that as time shifted by and that there are communities established and there was unification on a whole coming together on the planet, more polarity started to bring itself in. That the negativity itself started to bring itself in regards to other beings that were a lot more experienced in regards to the idea of separation. And that through the idea of separation, we felt that there needed to be kingdoms, there needed to be rule, there needed to be some form of ownership, there needed to be a plateau. Here at the top of the mountain was the most powerful. But how did they become the most powerful? What brought them together in a state of power? Their ability to be very, very aggressive. Their ability to feel that what they held was so prominent in regards to anybody else beneath them. That it was all about riches, that it was all about jewels, it was all about gold, it was all about silver, it was all about land, it was all about property, it was all about how I could influence other people by pretending to be somebody else I'm not, and then allowing them to fall for it, to come under my wing, to take command under my rule, to then have ownership of other people. So it all started out into a pattern. And the pattern all represented everything of one person holding this particular feeling that they were dominant, that they had all the hands of aces, that they were the gods among men, because they felt that they were enriched by this power. They felt that everything that represented their divinity, to which they committed betrayal, to where they would have all the information, all the insight, would make them a god among men. I'm going to feed everybody else scraps so that I can be at the top of the pyramid. I'm at the apex now, where everybody else will just work under me. They'll work underneath me. So is it really the feeling that it is a programming that represents that one person is truly dominant than the other? It's not. It's simply because through everything that has been handed down through the states of lineage, began to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but then you had this entire lineage, this whole entire program. It felt that one person, or an oligarch, was indeed the superior, were indeed the gods among men, because these groups each had something to offer each other in regards to wealth, in regards to information, in regards to how the universe in their own way felt it operates. That it was all about how they attained it that introduced their alignments. That how they introduced their wealth, how they were introduced to their knowledge, that all accumulated together into this group. And that they were literally beside themselves of feeling that, well, hey, now we're all the gods, and look at everybody else beside us. They have nothing. They have nothing to offer. They don't have anything to themselves. And so now we're going to administer this program upon planet Earth. And that the Earth is ours for the taking. And it's all up to us now to look after the Earth, because nobody else can do it, because we have all the knowledge. But again, you're looking back at how they attained all that knowledge. It wasn't through decency, it wasn't through community, it wasn't through that divine organization. It was through being able to pull the strings, being able to be very, very conniving and callous, and feeling that this is exactly what would represent my rule, our rule, upon this planet in regards to individual or group oligarch understandings. So when we're attempting to deprogram the programming, what is it that triggers this whole idea of programming within us? It operates in regards to everything that we take for granted on a daily basis. Of how we get up in the morning and we use our technology. Of how we get up in the morning and we look at our computer. We go on, grab a newspaper. We watch the television. We interact in regards to the city life. We have the big CEOs. We have the big businesses, the big corporations. And we feel that, this is the whole idea of the program. That the program is all about all of these networks shooting off, coming together, imploding together into the earth. And that, are we truly the victim in regards to this programming? What the whole truth lies represents in the center of the earth is that we have been responsible for the programs that we have created. That we associate in regards to the programs that we create. That everything from our TV, from our computer, from our newspapers, from our daily jobs, etc., all crisscross with each other. And that if we truly want to deprogram ourselves, it's not about giving ourselves over to what we would consider to be a modern world. It's about seeing ourselves as a wholeness, as being a part of the whole world, as seeing that everything that truly represents our conveniences every day is all part of what we have helped to bring itself in. That without your contribution to get that computer, without the contribution of others being able to buy those computers, that corporation would not function. Now, the true illusion is the feeling that the person on top of that pyramid that represented that corporation got there all by itself. But in fact, he needed the people, or that small group needed the people in order for that company, that corporation, to be as powerful as it is. And without that corporation would be nothing. See, this is the whole idea in regards to the programming, is that many of these big shots, get the funny little pencil neck here, and a funny little tie. I know that doesn't really look like a man, but that'll have to do. But a lot of these big shots will make it feel that, oh, I did this all on my own. It was all, everything, my genius, my brilliance to bringing this together, to allowing everything that represents my company to be as powerful as it is, as high up as it is. But it was all about the idea of getting behind the people in regards to an interest. Now, many of those temptations can be bedazzling. It's about dangling the carrot and saying, oh, look at this amazing technology. Look at this amazing computer system. Look at this amazing new car. Look at this new technological TV, etc., etc., etc. And it's all these technological carrots that we get dangled. But the whole idea is that they cannot be empowered without the power of people. And so it's us ourselves that have really created this astonishing program upon the planet. And now we at times lash out in regards to feeling, oh, these corporations, they're horrible, they're awful, they're absolutely terrible. All they care about is mooching over the people. But it is the people themselves that have bought into the ideas. And a lot of people will often refer to those people as sheep. They'll refer to them as sheeple. Oh, it's the sheeple that got into it. It's the sheeple that really, bought into this whole stuff and got into these corporations and empowered this media and stuff like that. But don't you see? It's been us all along that has created all of this. It's been us all along that has created all of Mr. CEO's big marketing campaigns to be able to make him a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire, whatever it may be. It's been up to us altogether to feel that this oligarch has been in charge of the entire planet. We put them there because we have decided to buy in to everything that they think that we will buy into. And that we're simply following the charge. Everything that's been created upon this planet has been done by the people. So everything that you feel is that one person on top of the pyramid, standing up with his arms high in the air thinking, I'm on top of the world. You're not on top of the world. You've never been on top of the world. It's the feeling in regards to how they felt they needed to conduct themselves to feel that they had a prediction or a premise of bringing themselves at the top of the mountain. But they've always needed the people, and they always will need the people. Without the people, they cannot be anything. They're not going to boast about themselves in an empty room. And so the whole idea here is that as soon as we are attempting to give our power over to these people, of feeling that corporations, or we're feeling that big businesses, anything, the power-hungry elite, etc., are really controlling the field here, really controlling the game, they haven't controlled any game. There's no game for them to control. They're simply being a lot more perceptive in regards to how we enact ourselves, based on saying, well, here, let's dangle the carrot and let's see what happens. It's the feeling that they have control of the people. But again, this is what has drove them off the cliff, because they felt that they have attempted to think that they can fool people over and over and over again, that they've expired themselves, and that the whole era relating to corporations, representing capitalism and all that together, is coming to an end, because now the phase of how the people have been kept in the dark, of how they have prevented themselves from looking deeper into information, of looking into how technology functions in regards to how these corporations functions, to all these scandals, etc., etc. They see exactly what these people had to go through to bring those kind of corporations together. It was more than just thinking that they themselves were the brilliant masterminds of this. They needed to claw and connive and really go deeper into the states of great separation before they could feel that, all right, I'm going to get at the top of the pyramid, but I'm really going to sell myself out. I'm going to sell myself to the devil, so to speak. And that's basically what happens. That when you really feel that you have to give all of yourself to a project, give all of yourself to an idea, where there's no longer yourself, but there's just the idea, you lose yourself. You deconstruct yourself. You fragment yourself. And this is what happens in regards to that form of realignment. So if this person's going this way, it's only going to come back the other way. So everything that we have been concerning about in regards to a program, in regards to how we consider the programming of this world is, has always been and always will be through our guidance, through the way of the people. We have the ability to allow these corporations to be themselves, or we have the ability to go, and you're done. It is the mass of the collective consciousness. Everything that represents ourselves, how we associate with ourselves, all 7 billion of us on this planet, along with the animals, the plants, the elements, everything in regards to that particular connection, that unification, has been brought forward through the energies to make everything what it is. It's never been an oligarch. It's never been a CEO. It's just those people who have attained such great knowledge at the top here, the top of the mountain, where they have felt that they are going to connive themselves, to keep all of this treasure for themselves, to make them feel superior, to make them feel that they're on top, and that they have learned a lot of strategies to getting people to move into their favor. Well, how do they do that? They dangle a carrot in which the people have never seen anything like this before. But when you are able to reach this level, and each and every single one of us has the capability to reach that level, because that level is an illusion. It's all about the accumulation of knowledge, the empowerment of what one holds in themselves, the ability of understanding how the world operates. You're on the same plateau as they are. And now there's 7 billion people on top of the mountain. Well, where is there a CEO? Where is there these small groups of oligarchs? They no longer exist, because everybody else now is starting to raise themselves up the top of the mountain. They're at the summit now because they understand, they see exactly the mechanics of how reality functions, the mechanics of the power of consciousness, that it starts so impactfully through the individual that when you start to branch yourself off, there is no more programming anymore. Nothing becomes programmed. Everything just becomes known. And that knowingness is brought into action. And that action accumulates you at the top of the mountain. And this is the deprogramming effect, is that you're now accumulating all these feelings of saying that, oh my goodness, I blame the corporations for this, for my suffering. I blame that corporate entity for this suffering. I blame that CEO. I blame whatever. I blame the media, etc. for my suffering. And now, rather than feeling that we're playing a victim role here, because that's the whole point, is that if someone's playing the victim role, you're never going to reach the top of the mountain. You're going to remain on the bottom here to where you feel that you are being taken advantage of, that everything that you know as control is beyond your capability, and that other people on top of the ladder, on top of that pyramid, on top of that mountain, is going to have a say over you. As long as you play the victim, you're going to stay the victim. You're going to stay at the very bottom of that mountain, looking all the way up, thinking that you have no right, you have no worthiness of being at the top of that mountain. If you really want to evade programming, you need to understand the program. You need to understand that the program itself was never really meant to create victimization. The program itself was really to show how each and every person can manifest and how empowering they can be within a group. Everything that was really intended for that divine nature, that in times past, in ancient times past, that had been abused, because it was all about something that was to be shared for all, to be forcefully grasped by everybody, or by, I should say, by a few people. By those few people grasping all of that treasure, grasping all of that learning and saying, this is mine now, I'm the God, we're the gods, and they are just down there. We have all this knowledge. We took it from the people. We took it from all these communities. We took it from all these civilizations. We took it all, and here's us right now. Now we're the gods, and everybody else are sheep. But if you are able to awaken yourself and become empowered, you no longer see yourself in that light. No one on this planet really is this. No one really is a sheep. The whole idea is that they're still playing a victimization game. They're angry, and they're frustrated, and they're confused, and they don't know how to direct their energies. And so what they do is they look for another person to throw up on that particular pedestal and saying, oh my goodness, get me out of this. Let's get a group, let's get an activist group going, let's get something going, and to feel that that answer comes externally. But everything in regards to groups that represent communities all align in regards to a common goal that was never comprised, that was never thought of actually comprising. They brought themselves together through a law of naturalness. And that's how you're able to deprogram yourself. The deprogramming comes in regards to understand the whole nature of the program. When you understand the whole nature of the program, you're no longer shattered by it. You're not playing the drama. You're no longer the character in a soap opera feeling that everything that's taking place in this story is going to represent your victimhood. You're now seeing it as the actor, and you realize this is just a drama. This is just something we're recording. This is something we're acting out. And that's the whole idea with this program. Everything here is just something we're acting out. It's just drama. It's just something that we've brought ourselves into. That there have been issues, that there have been problems upon this planet where we're facing, environmental disarray, we're facing sociological disarray, we're facing political and economic disarray. But that's only going to happen further as long as you consider to see yourself in victimhood, in regards to being a part of the drama rather than looking into the solution. And the whole idea is to feel that you understand the program. That as you understand the program, you no longer need anybody to fall back onto. You unite together in regards to a common goal from that which has not been conveyed, comprised, understood, felt. You're just coming together in a naturalness. It's that 100th monkey effect. And so this is how you're able to move past that programming, the feeling that, we're really just about to move into a tyranny. I'm sorry to say this, but mankind themselves have never been tyrannized. And when they have, it's because they've allowed themselves to be. Because everybody loves to play the victim. Because when you're playing the victim, you have all these people just throwing this energy on you. And it feels so amazing. Oh my goodness, they care about me. They love me so much. I was such a victim. I was abused. Oh, that's all right. Hey, come on. We love you. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to get better. And that victimhood in regards to feeling all of that energy, who wouldn't get a boost from that? It's not about feeling that all these people around you have to empower you. That if you just go with the flow, you're going to be part of this amazing spiralistic joy. Because I really am addicted to being a victim. And as long as you're addicted to playing a victim, you're going to be playing in the programming game. You're not going to be able to deprogram. Because in order to be programmed, you need to be empowered. These people in that sense are not a burden, but you're seeing them in a different way. You're seeing them in a way in regards to how you represent yourself as an example. And if you can represent yourself as an example, in regards to how you conduct yourself, in regards to how you fulfill yourself, that yes, we're using technology, and yes, that we're using some of this equipment that was made by multi-million or multi-billion-dollar companies, but we're seeing it in the way of something that serves us, not something that has a grasp over us, not a feeling that technology itself is the domination factor over me, that I use it in regards to what's compatible with my daily life. But I feel empowered within, I feel great within, I feel joyful within. And you're enacting that in the best way that you can each and every single day, just by being who you are naturally. And there can be no grip in regards to a program that can keep tight grip on you in feeling that, I have you in my clutches. There's no more of that feeling. Everything really is just together because you understand the system. You understand the program, and now you can really be anti-systematically systematic because you're working alongside with everything. And you're talking to people just as who you are, not to feel that you need to gain their sympathy in regards to being a victim or to make them feel inferior, thinking that you're a victor, that you're a king of the mountain. It's about seeing yourselves on equal ground and allowing the universe in divine synchronicity to bring you all together through happenstance, to allow yourself to take that next step. This is the key to moving past a programmed world, to moving past the positive and the negative, to where you're becoming one, where the program is understood and now the program can change. You really are becoming a matrix because you're able to understand how the program can evolve by allowing yourself to evolve, not to being a victim, not to being a victor, but to being yourself, to being an equal to everybody else around you, and being treated in the way of how, if there is an issue, we react in response to the state of a solution, that we become the solution. We don't wait for anybody else to feel that they have to do it. What part of me can reach out to become a solutionist? I'm really passionate, I'm really joyful in creating a solution to this issue. So go for it, do it in your own way, however you feel you want to do it, not because somebody else is doing it, or that you have to wait for somebody else to do it, but because this is you, this is who you are. That's how you're deprogramming the program. That's how the program itself is becoming in harmony with you. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope this video has made sense to you. If by chance you have any other questions relating to this video, by all means feel free to contact me, info@areyourselfempowered.com. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Namaste, and may it be well with you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to check us out on areyourselfempowered.com for conscious matrix communication, private sessions, either by Skype, one-on-one, or through email readings as well too, a new service that has been brought forward. Akashic perspective sessions in regards to knowing more about your life stream, past lives, future lives, helping you to understand more of the facets relating to your whole being. Body regeneration healing sessions, helping to repair organs, helping to repair other aspects of your body, anything physical, anything energetic, as well as enhancements as well too. And of course, digital download courses that you can grab online as well too, all through areyourselfempowered.com. Thank you very much for watching. Looking forward to talking to you very soon. Much love. Namaste.